Alright folks, welcome back to our overview of the other path for Chapter 11.
Roy can hardly believe Lalum's account. He quickly pens a letter to Kelliker to let her know of the horrors of the Isles. He also tells her of the actions he plans to take from this point. After sending the letter, Roy moves towards the Aburicum mines. His goal is to rescue the people suffering from forced labor. Etruria has assigned Bishop Ola of the St. Elimine Church to supervise the mine. It is already a fruitful endeavor, but the noble's greed is insatiable. Aburicum, known now as the Mine of Death. The wails of the people forced into labor echo through the mines, like the howling of ghosts never sleeping.
Alright, so I don't really show any of the units that I pick. You'll see them when the map starts playing, but basically brought along Sue and Shin because they are critical to the other branching paths later on, and we'll get to that when we get to it. But here we are, Chapter 11, Hero of the West. Who are these people? What are they doing? So Princess Guinevere isn't in the Western Isles? We searched every inch of the Isles, and our intelligence has learned nothing from the Lycian army. The princess is nowhere to be found. I apologize. I understand. I will continue my search elsewhere. Byrne, thanks you for your cooperation, Father Orlo. I pray that you'll find Princess Guinevere soon. Thank you.
Who's that, Father Orlo?
Captain Milady, a wyvern rider from Byrne who serves Princess Guinevere. She's searching for the princess.
Did you tell her where the princess is?
Of course not. Princess Guinevere is far too valuable. High Chancellor Rhodes was ecstatic when he learned the princess was in Roquelia. He had the same evil glint in his eye when Prince Mirden was assassinated.
Father Orlo, you must never speak of the assassination.
Oh yes, I must watch my tongue. Regardless, the prince is secure. That's reassuring. So why have you come before me? Surely not just to call to gossip?
No, my lord. It's regarding the village where the leader of the resistance hides. We're prepared to attack, so I'm here for instructions.
Well done. Commence the attack immediately before any unpleasant interruptions arrive. The resistance hideout is in this village? Yes, but the castle's troops may have attacked already.
I must say, that Orlo sounds like a despicable wretch of a man. A bishop should preach the words of the gods to help the people. But what he's doing is nothing more than torture.
It would be best to wait for General Kelliker's reply, but...
Lord Roy, castle troops are attacking the village.
Oh dear, no. Lord Roy, should we attack? I suppose there's no time to await the reply. The people here need our help, even if doing so means souring our relationship with Etruria. Roy, we fight. Make Lycia proud of our actions here today. Alright, let's get into it. So this map, I feel like, is the twin brother slash sister to 10B, right? This is 11A, okay? So the way things happened with 10B was that I had a real hard time because there's lots of people to recruit. We got Klein, we got Tate, and we had Gonzalez, I believe, on that map. So it's pretty similar here, where both of those are going to show up here, and we have Milady and this man over there. I think we've done that conversation already, so that's why I'm skipping over it. But pretty much similar stuff to the other map, where the 10A and the 10 or 11B, God, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Is like they're opposites to one another, right? So you do the harder one first on the B path, you do the easier one first on the A path. And because we're on the A path here, this is the harder one second. Anyway, you understand, it's pretty similar. You got a lot of villages, we've got to save people, we've got to make sure we don't kill Tate or Klein's people if we want Orion's bolts and Elysian whips. Not that I'm super concerned here this time because of the fact that I can just not really worry about this path because it's not my main one. My main one is the other one. So if people die and stuff, it's not a huge concern, of course. But I still want to play well. I would still want to do good. And we, of course, have a bunch of people who are going to do some great stuff. And I do want to catch up on the supports on this end because I don't think I've been doing them in this kind of save file. And I believe I've gone through all these other ones, like that's the C support with Rutger and Clarine, which we've probably seen before. Same thing with Lucina and with Roy, which we just kind of knock out here. But main goal is to definitely go south, visit the villages as soon as possible, and hopefully not let the bandits destroy anything, so that we can get the best items possible to help us in our terror. For now, though, I think like the hard thing is really making sure the time relevance is good and solid, because I need to have Klein, who comes in from the south, east, yeah, southeast. I need him to shoot all the way up to the northwest where Tate arrives. And last time on the other map, remember how much of a clusterfuck that was because I wasn't prepared for it, and we just ended up in a situation where I like had to jury rig a hell of a situation out of it to even attempt to make sure everyone stayed alive. The casualty of which was that I had to kill one of the Pegasus Knights and therefore missed out on an Elysian Whip because of that. Managed to get the Orion's Bolt, but unfortunately, yeah, the Elysian Whip was not mine. This time, I'm not so concerned about those items. I don't think I need them as much. Maybe the Orion's Bolt, actually, because the key crucial thing about this path, the one I'm taking on, is that Sue and Shin are going to be much more important to this kind of line of playthrough. The way that it splits off, I believe it starts in chapter 17 and goes through like chapter 20, 21 or something. If you have Tate and Shana at the higher total level than Shin and Sue, then you'll be in a situation where you get the A path. Whereas if you have Sue and Shin at a total higher level than Tate and Shana, then you'll get the B path. So that's what I'm hoping for here, and the fact that this map has an arena is really going to help me out. That's why I've brought both Sue and Shin to this map, because with them being very low level right now, I need to buff them so that they can be a combined total higher than both Tate and Shana. And yeah, so I've got an Orion's Bolt equipped to Sue as well, so as soon as she gets to the arena, gets to 20, I can then evolve her, get her to be a Bow Knight or whatever the hell it is, and a Nomad, I think, is the upgraded class. And that'll be fantastic, because that'll be like having Shin at level 20 plus her as like an upgraded unit will allow me to have the higher level and keep using them more throughout this playthrough, and therefore when we get to the fork in the path, which is at chapter 17, I'll be able to show both sides of the tale, which will be fun, because I do believe they're very different, very unique, different maps, so that is going to be useful and handy dandy for later on.
Ha ha ha, I've a delicious idea, you there? Yes, my lord. Tell the brigands the village is in disarray. Have them collect all the money and valuables. Yes, my lord, but are you certain of this? If this becomes public, you forget that I speak for the gods. To accuse me is to oppose St. Elamine. I'm immune to persecution. Hurry, before the villagers realize what's happening. Yes, my lord.
So, here comes Klein. He's going to be a real pain in the ass, but I do have Clarine nearby, so should be able to recruit him without too much of a worry. Again, we've seen this conversation play out before in chapter 10, 10b, and yes, it's pretty much the same. I don't know how many. There's probably a slight difference, which is why I'm kind of leaving it in and not just skipping through it. So if there is one, then hey, you can see it, but nothing that comes to mind. We did pick up the 2 items from the 2 villages there, which is great. We got a Restore Wand, I believe, and a Dragon Shield. But some banners are going to be coming soon, and boy, I don't know how you're able to get, like, the top village here, because it seems pretty, like, you need to be on the ball, you need to be moving super far ahead to be able to get the top village, because you're going to find out in a second, I'm not kind of on the ball enough to get there, and I believe the top right-hand village contains the best item that you can possibly get here, which is the Angelic Robe. That's what it's called, right? Angelic, it must be, yes. That's Angelic Robe, that's the thing. It's the thing which gives you plus 7 HP. And it's one of the best items, I think, in the game. It's so helpful, especially for your units like Lucina, who would like more HP, who had, not Lucina, God, why am I saying Lucina? Lilina. Did I say Lucina before in this episode? God, I feel like I did. I feel like I said Lucina. That's the first time I've made that mistake, and that's a weird thing, because, like, I'd think I would make that mistake more often. But Lilina, God, I'm an idiot. Anyway, Lilina, definitely going to be so much more helpful than Luff, like, throughout this entire playthrough. I feel so bad for Luff, because he was a really great unit for me when I last played through this game, and now he's such a waste of space at the moment. It sucks. I don't appreciate how poorly Luff is doing. But anyway, here are the bandits. They start coming in from the caves, and they're bosses, I'll tell you what. Like, they're just going to go for the jugular. Like, that guy up the north, look, he's so close. In literally 2 turns, he makes it to the village and can destroy it. And the soldier telling us, like, yeah, the villagers are going to be under a threat from these bandits. And I'm all the way down fucking here. I'm all the way down here still. What am I doing? Oh, God, who knows? But at least get Clarine in there to finish off that bandit. Make sure that that village is open and ready. And here's Lilina trying to go for an attack, but failing, unfortunately. And, yeah, Alan charging through, can't even make it that far. I didn't have Lalum hide. You know, that would probably be why. I think you need to abuse Lalum smartly to be able to get up there. Alternatively, Pegasus Knights can help. That's another potential. But this is my Pegasus Knight. Just going for the jugular here is getting Shanna as high as possible so that Klein can be ready to talk to Tate next turn. God, so many names to remember. Anyway, got 5,000 gold from that village. So that's a nice boondoggle. Doesn't matter because we're abusing the arena, and the arena gives like infinite money, so we don't have to worry too much. And another reason I'm not super worried about the fact that we're not picking up this extra Orion's Bolt and we're not picking up this extra Elysian Whip is owing to the fact that we have so much cash from arena grinding. We can just go into the secret shop later on, as soon as we get access to Hugh, I believe it is, who has the member card. And that will allow us to just go and buy as many upgrade items as we want, which is wonderful. I'm kind of struggling here. I'm like, should I kill the Pegasus? Should I not? I'm trying to get frickin', what's her name? God damn it. The stupid dancing lady. I just completely forget. Lalum. There we go. Thinking whether I should try to get her up there to add bonus moves, but kill one of them because that perfectly means that all 4 of the Pegasus Knights will surround Klein. He should be able to live, and then he'll be able to talk to Tate, and after that happens, they'll all be on my side, so I won't be surrounded anymore, and I'll be able to move out of the cluster that they put around me. But I'm trying to get Lalum up ASAP so that she can help dance for Roy. Reason being that Roy wants to talk to no, that's wrong. Lalum wants to talk to a new character who we're going to meet. And here she comes.
Akidna, we know you're here. You're surrounded on all sides. Drop your weapons and show yourself immediately. You're Akidna, leader of the resistance force.
Lady Akidna, I'm so sorry. They're threatening the lives of my family.
I don't blame you. I'll handle this. Hurry home to your family now.
I'm sorry, truly.
Surrender peacefully and Father Orlo may have mercy on you.
I've always been a stubborn wench. I've no intention of going quietly.
You resist, then you leave us no choice. Take her head.
So the voice I imagine for Akidna in my head is Laura Bailey's character in Critical Role, Vexalia. The voice for which I can't really do because I'm not an amazing voice actress like Laura Bailey is, so that's kind of hard. I did my best, but you know, it's not happening. I don't know, when you see Akidna, that's what I think. I don't know why, it just pops into my head. But I did my best, you know, it's fine. We'll get her recruited. We need to get Lalum up there though, and that requires her moving. So Deke taking out a bit of the roadblocks here, and Rutger, I should have given him another weapon aside from the Killing Edge and Armor Slay. He's just wasted them on these standard dudes, but we'll eventually figure that out. Get the dance for Deke, hopefully move him out the way to eliminate that annoying pest, and Shin can help bring Lalum even further forward. Use Alan to kill this guy, I think, instead of going for the village straight away. Leave the village for a little bit. But we are going to get those bottom villages, those southern villages, and we need to destroy that wall to do so. We could actually go round the other side, but I like destroying the wall. Anyway, this whole weird thing with the enemy unit attacking someone, even though they can probably clearly see them in the battlefield. I don't know. It's always been weird to me, but whatever. It's a Fire Emblem thing. It's just how the mechanics work.
What is taking so long? Is the resistance force so powerful?
It's the Lycian army. They're supporting the resistance.
What? The Lycian League would turn against Etruria?
Actually, yes. We've just received a missive from Jutes. Lycian army is responsible for the death of Sir Nord. They're suspected of betraying Etruria's interests. They may also have ties with the bandits. They are wanted dead, now are alive.
They killed Sir Nord, you say? Seems they finally have just cause to get rid of the Lycian army. Ties with the bandits, eh? Oh, the irony.
Lord Arcado has sent reinforcements to help capture this in the army. They should arrive shortly.
He says capture, but I'm sure he intends to kill them. Let's do the job for them, eradicate them.
Yes, my lord.
Anyway, you may have noticed I made an error. You will not notice it just yet, but you'll notice it in a few turns, and it will cause me great sorrow. Because instead of taking Klein with me, with one of the Pegasus Knights, and rescuing him and bringing him back over, I just leave him there, not knowing that there's going to be a bunch of fucking reinforcements from the north. So let's see how that works out. Shall we? That's going to be fun. So, anyway, we will move swiftly onwards, making our way back up here. I don't know why I move Sue there or Dorothy. I forget about the fact that I'm trying to go for the southern villages, and then realize later, but it's too late. And here becomes a nightmare because Klein is on 1 fucking HP, and I don't know how he survives, but he does.
Akidna! Lalum, you're alright. That puts my mind at ease. I don't know what I'd say to Elfin if something happened to you. I'm sorry, if I'd been caught, I would have warned you. It's fine, don't worry. But it wasn't your fault. Cheer up. And besides, I'm still in one piece, so there's that, eh? Yeah. Tell me, what is it with the army you're with? Roy and the Lycian army, they came here to defeat the bandits. Lycia, huh? They've come a long way to get here. Does it look like they'll help our cause? Yes, they saved me too. From the sound of it, I've no reason not to join them. Really? That's great. I'm sure Roy will be happy too.
So we need to get Klein out of that situation, still at 1 HP. Yeah, it's pretty bad, so I'm going to go over here and rescue him with Tate, thinking I can survive some hits from those guys, right? This is no trouble whatsoever. We'll be fine, really. No worries. We've got Akidna now on our side. She's cool. She's a hero, upgraded unit. And now I realize my mistake of having Sue and Dorothy up, and I'm like, no, I need to go to the broken wall. But I think I'm just going to get Sue down there. And also there's this conversation between Dorothy and Saul, which I'm not sure if I've even shown this yet. If I haven't, then I'll do it in my next mainline map for my actual run through. But there it is quickly. So there you go, it's a thing. But right now I need to focus because holy shit, things are going down south. And I need to move around that arena as soon as possible. Because that's where I want to situate myself. And I forgot about Clarine. Clarine's already down there. This would have been so much more helpful if Clarine had been able to just mend from afar. But look at that, Tate dies. So Tate dies, and here's the funny thing, is for this run-through, Tate dying actually helps me, weirdly, because as you remember I said before, that in order to unlock the alternate path of the next crossroads with the chapter 17, Sue and Shin need to have a combined level that's higher than Tate and Shana. If Tate's dead, that helps me because I want Sue and Shin to be higher, right? And if I'm honest, not really going to use Tate. I don't know if I'll use her in my other one, but in this one at least, she's not really going to be that big of a player. I would like to have Klein just because I went through all the effort to get like both him and Tate, but he is on his last legs right now. We need to figure out a way if we can rescue him at all. At the very least, I have Clarine who can give him a physic to heal him up and kind of stall right now. But I need to find a way of getting him out of there. I'm going to throw Shanna into the mix because hopefully her being a higher level, she'll be able to take on the assault of these Lance Knights. And so thankfully she does, but she's wounded mortally and we need to make her heal up. Which Saul does aptly and adeptly. Adeptly. But Rutger coming along to slaughter the bandit camps, and Dorothy helping out with the longbow. They're just more bandits spawning here. Tell you what, you think the map is done, and then they just throw reinforcement after reinforcement after you. It's quite a pickle. But we get an Axe Reaver from that southern village. Got one more to go. Make sure we clean it all up. Again, really missing that angelic robe. I would have loved to have that. It would have been really useful, but man, you have to move quick to get that robe, hella quick, tell you what. Clarine, helping out here as well, and what's the final item? Orion's Bolt, beautiful. I guess I was wrong, I didn't bring an Orion's Bolt with me, I got it on the map, which is real helpful, and Sue's the one who picks it up, and she's the one who I'm intending to use it on. As soon as the arena grinding happens, which will be a thing. It shall occur. Don't worry about it. There's no pickly situations going down. But yeah, I don't know, guys. This is it's good to be back into playing some Fire Emblem 6 again, reminding me how damn tough this game is. Like, I'm really high level. One might say over leveled for this point in the game, and this map is still giving me a hell of a struggle. Like, it's not awful, but it's really like still pushing my buttons here and there. Like, it really makes you think. Like, when they brought Fire Emblem 7 out to the West, super dumbed down for American audiences, Western audiences generally. I think that happens a lot with Japanese titles, but Fire Emblem in particular, like, a lot of dumbing down to make it easier, because fuck, like, they throw you into the thick of it with Binding Blade, and 7 is really a step back. I think the nice thing about 7, though, is it has the Lyn, god, how many times do I keep saying Lucina? The Lyn chapters, which are wonderful, because they introduce people, they let you know the mechanics, all that great stuff. Very, very helpful. Yeah, it's something that the game needed, I think, because we never played something like this before. So, in any case, I basically cleaned out every enemy. There's only one left, who I think Dorothy is going to take care of as soon as he gets up here. But after that, it's arena grinding, my son. And arena grinding means one thing. It means I'm going to cut and go to the point after which the arena grinding has happened. So, he's dead. We'll see you after arena. Well, with the aid of podcasts, I get through all that shit, and here we are at the boss, testing out who we're going to use. Akidna, not really useful, but here is Sue, now a goddamn nomad. Look at her go. She looks real cool, and she is about to murderous rain down upon this man, as soon as she hits, of course. Looks really cool. This sprite, I have to say, I've not seen it enough in my Fire Emblem playthroughs, because I don't use nomads that often, but it looks fucking rad. It's real awesome, and I like how Sue looks. She's very, very cool. But we're going to go in here with Shana, who I also upgraded because she had an Elysian Whip. Didn't get to upgrade Deke because I wasn't able to, but Lilina, now level 20, real cool. Just need to wait for that guiding ring to come along, and she's going to be a hell of a sage. Unfortunately, doesn't hit there, but at the moment, no attacks have landed, so I'm going to get Saul to just quickly heal up Sue, and let's see if Lilina and Sue can double tag team this man to death. He's going to go after Lilina for some reason, I don't know why, because she's just dodging out of the way. Doesn't care. Still not hitting, but, you know, at least she's dodging something. And see if Sue can probably finish this off. The steel bow is our, actually, probably short bow is best because it's higher accuracy. Less damage, but higher accuracy. And still dodging. Look at that. Horse just jumping out. Doesn't even care. Perfectly beautiful. And let's go for Lilina for the kill. Shouldn't have done this, actually. I should have waited a turn and got Sue to do it, because Lilina's already level 20, so she's getting 0 experience from killing the boss. That was a fault on my part, but hey, everything is done. Last minute sweep to make sure the map is cleared. And there we go. Let's finish this. And I realize we've already had this conversation with Elfin relatively recently, so I'm not going to bore you guys with the similar conversation. It may be slightly different, so there you go, if you care about it. But yeah, pretty much, we find Elfin, things looking fine, ready to move on to the next chapter, which is going to be interesting because it's all about time, and we want to get through it as quickly as possible, because it will affect whether we access the X version of the next chapter. So that is it for chapter 11. The A and B parts both complete. Let's move on. Let's mainline it through the next few chapters, and I see you guys next time on more Fire Emblem 6: The Binding Blade. Goodbye.